So, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test to see if this particular machine is going to work. I don't know if it's working, but I'll give it a try anyway. Turns out that everybody on this planet, get over here and see if I can keep an eye on the screen while I do this. Anyway, as it turns out, it seems that there is only like 3 or 4 people that have contacted and made comments on my previous videos. The picture you see of me is me in my throne room. But you know, this picture in royal dress is only symbolic of all the taxpayers in the United States that pay to kill innocent men, women, children, and babies. Pictures that I showed you from other YouTubes that you people obviously don't like. If you don't like it, you don't need to make a comment. You can do whatever the hell you want. But the bottom line is that people are not supposed to kill each other. And as far as criticism goes, if anyone has a right to criticize, it's me. Not because I claim I'm the emperor, but because I'm right. Peaceful people are always right. It's not an absolute, but I can say they're either almost right or they're always right. People who make criticisms usually are talking about themselves and trying to push off their own faults on someone else. So whoever you were that you called, I've blocked your comments. I like comments from people that support the value systems that I support. And the value systems that I support are the value systems of Gandhi and of all non-violent people and non-criticizing people who look at criticism first but haven't built a value foundation underneath them to prove that they have value. What is valuable in the human race? Looking at something and criticizing it all the time and not having any kind of stamina behind you, no foundation other than the glorious, ridiculous history of humankind. And I don't even know why I would call it humankind. I should really call it human unkind. Humans treat animals better than they do their fellow human being. You ever notice that? Even Cher, she goes in and roots for that poor elephant that's in that zoo situation where the city of Los Angeles wanted to spend $40 million for some special elephant attraction thing. You know, everybody points fingers at everybody else. But that's the reason your planet is going to hell in a handbasket. And it is, trust me. Eventually, you know, our lifespan, the whole human race of the lifespan, has only been here about 5 minutes compared to the dinosaurs, compared to the millions of years of rain that it took to fill our oceans, compared to the millions and millions of years it took for all of the erosion and the craters to be filled in by all the rainwaters that the planet originally looked like when and before it started to change. The moon is a pretty good example of how little we know about how our planet originally looked when it was brand new. Still hot, soft, full of lava, and all kinds of violent activity. But it seems fitting that the human race is kind of trying to mimic the violent activity of our original birth, the planet's birth. It seems fitting that you're stuck to that old way of doing violent stuff. Violent stuff can be included in criticism. Now, on one hand, people will point fingers at me and say, I'm being critical too. Yes, but I have a right more than anyone else to be critical. I've never paid 1 penny of tax to the federal government that would support any kind of war that napalmed children in Vietnam, that killed innocent bystanders in Panama when the old Bush administration went after Noriega. The carnage that the United States, the carnage karma that the United States of America and its citizens have built up for themselves is enough for words not to be able to describe what people are really about and what they're like. As far as what I have done, I've done a lot more than most people think. I'm here as a reminder. I'm here actually to give the world a message about right and wrong karma. Not just right and wrong, but right and wrong karma. Karma is something, let me explain to you about what karma is. Karma is something like a river that's flowing. And people come up and they build a dam to hold that river back. This is karma. This karmic dam holding back all this karma is something that every once in a while breaks under the pressure of people's evil to one another. Eventually, when it does break, we get a flood of bad karma. This flood of bad karma you can kind of look at as representing all the wars and carnage that fellow human creatures have extracted on each other. Eventually, it inundates the whole population. It's like a contagious disease, and it carries along everybody that's in its way. Karma can be explained in other ways too. Karma can be explained in people subconsciously knowing that they've been a part of something that's so wrong for so long that they were even born into it, and then brainwashed to believe that they're good people when they're really not. I think the Bible, and I'm not a believer in any religions, but I think the Bible says you will know them by their fruits of labor. And I know that even the dumbest person on the planet can realize that you can only prove your good or bad karma by the deeds that you've left behind, not in how much money you've given to charities, but in how you have performed during all that giving. Performance is something that is inwardly produced. Your own subconscious minds know that the voice you're hearing right now is as close to absolute correct as you could get. None of us are perfect, and I've never expected perfection out of any civilization. But I do demand idealism. An ideal situation is not perfection, but it's as close as you can get to perfection. And believe me, the United States of America, France, Spain, England, Russia, Australia, all your countries on the planet and all your armies are not ideal. They are anything but. They are contradictory, they're hypocritical. Even citizens sit there and snitch on each other in neighborhoods and destroy fellow neighbors' lives anonymously, like mine was destroyed for 20 years. So you go on. You think that you can judge me? You can't even for a second judge me. And you can't judge me until you've met me. And believe me, none of you could keep up with the kind of workforce I have and the kind of energy I have. The only thing that has stopped me is people's meddling. Your ridiculous application of laws and zoning ordinances and ridiculous nonsense that I've been subjected to. Which is why I symbolically overthrew the United States of America on cable access TV in 1996. First I declared war, and then after 30 days I gave the United States of America 30 days to answer. They didn't. So I then became the Emperor of the United States. I also took the presidential oath of office, which means that there is a difference of opinion, a big one. There's the current United States of America, which chooses to ignore my authority and continues to kill, maim, destroy their own citizens, their own soldiers, and other peoples of other countries. And everything they've done from October of 1996 to now has been illegal, according to the laws of common sense, according to the laws of wings over the world, according to the laws of many different things. Remember the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still?